Welcome. Welcome everyone to today's new moon intention circle. I have to admit that my sense of time has I just don't pay attention to it. And so it's actually wonderful to have these circles as a marker of time. And then we have our inner wisdom circles to help as well. So we do 3 circles a month. And that helps keep me remembering what month we're in and what week of the month we're in and what moon cycle we're in. So we are headed toward this new moon in the next couple of days coming up. And we also are entering the 3rd year of our inner wisdom circle. And as such, we have a beautiful free gift for everybody that we're very excited about. It's called the Inner Wisdom Fundamentals Toolkit. And we'll be sending you an email about it with a link so that you can go get it for yourself for free. It includes the connection triangle quiz. It includes a release ritual and the inner knowing ebook and audio guides that we first offered quite a number of years ago, actually, in our Glow with Your Flow course. So we're really excited about this and we wanted to share it with you. You're the first ones to see the kind of the official images for this. And as I said, watch for your emails and we'll send you information, and please do feel free to share it. It's free, and we really are quite honored if you want to share it with your friends and people that you like. And
just to mention that if you go to our website, it's under freebies, so it's very easy to find.
Yeah, if you're going to our website. And our website and the link to go straight to the inner wisdom or to the toolkit itself is on the slide, on the last slide, that we always give you the references so you can go and get your astrological chart and whatever. So the link for the toolkit is on there as well as our website. So now, Valanne, will you give us the channeled message for this particular lunation, please?
I will. And this is going to be fresh for me because I haven't read it since I channeled it a while ago. Greetings. We would like you to understand that you are being offered an opportunity to guide your own personal evolution, your life's path, toward the fulfillment and manifestation of who you truly are. At this time, you're being supported to connect intentionally with what is truly important to you, as it is this essential part of yourself that will assist in your day-to-day decisions and light the path ahead of you. There are many changes that are occurring within your physical existence as a collective, but if you can ground yourself in your own individual personal values, recognizing in that place your own essence and your own worth, then you will find balance and calm regardless of what is occurring externally. You are being offered this assistance at this time, for as you find this path for yourself, just by being true to who you are, you assist those around you and elevate their lives as well.
Such a beautiful message. I love Zora so much. And what a beautiful way to begin our circle this evening. And with this energy in mind, we're stepping into that dark, quiet, empty time. I love reconnecting with the new moon. It is partially because it's my natal moon phase is the new moon phase. But even more than that, there is a part of it for me that is restful. There's a natural calm. And with this Taurus energy, which Valanne is going to share with us in a moment, there's that particular extra piece of calm that Taurus energy is offering. And this particular moon is all about the feminine energies that are holding a secure space for us so that we can root down to rise up and really express our own creativity, our own visioning, and step out into the world in quite real and material ways. So take a moment to consider for yourself what that means. So that might mean buying a new home, building a new home, moving to a new home. That might mean changing careers. That might mean letting go of some story that's been kind of holding you back in terms of your own creative voice. That might mean something really simple, like you've decided that you're going to go out and buy yourself a whole bunch of colored pencils and start drawing or making collages or whatever. It could be anything, but it is in something that is quite grounded. And Valanne is going to talk about that in terms of the Taurian energy. Take it away, Valanne.
Okay, so the beautiful Taurus energy, perfect for spring, is connected to the earth. It's connected to our grounding. And there are the noble qualities are connected to that sense of who we are as we're grounding, what's important to us, how we connect to ourself in real ways that's very tangible, which is where the creativity comes in, or the earth-based activities. It's even including food and things like that. So noble qualities in general are about stability, about staying strong, solid. Taurus energy. There's a visual of a bull standing in a beautiful bucolic meadow and just not moving. Solid. There's nothing that's going to move that bull. That's an image of the Taurus energy. Grounded, calm, stable, connected to the earth. So there's a sense of staying with something, which can brings in the determination. And there's also a sense of the creative act, because it's about the senses. So that can be, the creative act can be cooking. The creative act can be listening to music. It can be some sort of artistic, it can be gardening, anything that grounds you in your own creative sense of self. The shadow side, the darker side, when we think about the ground and we think about the bull that's just there, you know, it's not moving. So there may be a sense of, you know, getting stuck or being rigid or not being able to move in yourself at this time. That's possible. The other piece is, because it's so much about the tangibility of things, you know, slipping into the indulgence and the materialistic part of that. It's about our values, and then that can be turned into valuable things. So there's also that place to just recognize where we want our comforts and where that's appropriate, and maybe where that gets overdone in some way, or becoming over reliant on those kind of materialistic comforts for ourselves. In general, though, it's just a beautiful time to connect to the earth, connect to yourself, connect to your creative sense, and find your inner calm and balance. Beautiful, beautiful energy to support that. So I love when I found this picture, it's like, whoa, what a path of tulips. So the Taurus energy, and this comes from our New Moon journal, assists us in appreciating the beauty around us, encouraging a slow and steady progress on a path. So it's about just taking the next step and doing it properly and creating stability because you're not rushing. Engaging in any creative gifts. So just recognize how this is a beautiful month to find what is creative for you and choose that for yourself, whatever that is. And embracing earthly pleasures. And of course, looking at this photo that I found, it's just that sense of how peaceful it is to just be in the beauty of what the earth provides, whether it's a sunset, whether it's this beautiful river of purple tulips, whether it's, you know, looking at one little sprout that's coming up in your garden, whatever it is. And for this particular new moon, I think part of it that's going to be so important is aligning to our values, like what's important for you, and maintaining your sense of self-worth and your personal value. So that I'm going to explain what's going on exactly in this new moon, but there's a piece that keeps coming up for me that's So important. So Taurus New Moon is on May 19th, coming up in a couple of days. And this is a potent new moon. It's got a lot of Taurus energy. There's 5 planets in Taurus plus the North Node, which is our point of destiny or fate or our future. And there's only two planets in masculine signs, which means that we are being supported to connect to the earth and to the water and to our own feminine knowingness, our own feminine grounding, connecting in that way. So when I think about setting intentions, part of what is so important, because Taurus is about value and what you value. So there's a huge piece right now when we think about intention is really taking the time, which is also Taurus, to connect into what is truly important to you. There's a releasing as we go through this in what isn't important. That's part of what this new moon is about. And allowing yourself to find the grounding and the calm, the stability by really connecting to your inner knowing. And that too takes that quiet. It takes that moment to put your feet on the ground and take a deep breath and look at the beauty. However you do that for you, this is a beautiful time to use that inner knowing to really recognize what is truly important and what you want to carry forward into this new moon. So as I said, this is a potent new moon, and there's this energy that is created in the new moon chart, and it's going to reflect back to a seed moment. And I'll tell you what that is, and you can just think about it. You don't have to worry about the astrology. But Pluto and Jupiter came together in the sky in March 2020. And that is just like a new moon. Sun and moon come together in the sky. Pluto and Jupiter came together in the sky. So that is a seed moment. And we've got transformation and healing and shadow, and we've got grace and uplifting and truth being revealed. Those two came together. So it might be something to contemplate over the next, in the next little while, the next few days, even if you're setting intentions, to think about what was initiated for you, or what pieces of yourself, where have you stepped into your power in a new way? Where have truths been revealed to you that have transformed you? Just something to contemplate, to think about. So at this potent energetic buildup, we are going to have an opportunity to see where we have gotten stuck in our beliefs. This is a beautiful time to start to let go of some of the things that we've held on to, some of the stories, some of the things that have kept us, stagnant. That is the Taurus stuff. This is a beautiful opportunity. It's also a place where we want to look at moving into taking action through compassion and self-nurturing rather than impulsive reactions. And that is going to be triggered by certain things in the outer world. And for us, as we're thinking about taking care of ourselves, it's that place of pausing, slowing down, and not stepping into any sort of reactionary behavior, because it may be quite possibly triggered externally. So we're once again going to go in. That's where our calm, our peace, our sense of grounding will come from, not from the external world. And there's this beautiful time to let go and recognize where there might have been drama in our life, where there might have been intensity. This is an opportunity to heal our past. So all of this is big energy, and it's truly asking us to shift the way that we may have done things in the past, to move into our own personal transformation and stay grounded in that, as the potent energy may play out in the world in ways that could pull us off our center. Our job is to stay grounded. There's a lovely supportive energy with this that's going to help us. And I've just become your own spiritual warrior, because there's a part about connecting, almost our warrior nature to our spirit. And part of that is connecting to nature to hear our inner voice. Whatever you can do to do that, whatever that feels, however that feels right for you. And there's an opportunity to here to step into your dreams, to step into your visions, to step into what you wish to create, following your ideals, and take action from that place. That is being supported. There's energies around that. There's also energies around Pluto that I talked about earlier. In this time, it's actually in a supportive aspect to the new moon. And Pluto is about deep healing. And so it's about stepping into our own power. So as we empower ourselves with a clear vision, a grounded vision, we can actually start to look at maybe things that have come up that we are truly ready to release. And if you embrace your own values, once again, going back to Taurus and the values that are really important to you, embrace that as a healing path. Really recognize what is so important that you can actually start to let go of things that aren't important. That brings about healing and transformation. And there are deep, potentially hidden truths that may be revealed or may have been revealed since March 2020 for you that will initiate change. And there's a piece about some of the energies that are playing out that can intensify our courage at the highest level. It's like our courage to step into our own personal healing, transformation, empowerment. So there's a lot, as intense as the energies may be, there's a lot of support at a personal level to really allow us to move forward. And part of all this is ruled by Venus that is full of compassion, and it wants you to nurture yourself in the best way possible. So I've actually said here, part of the Cancerian energy is about creating safe container boundaries that support yourself emotionally. So it will be a time where that may be something that you want to do for yourself, create a space for you to connect and nurture your emotional well-being. And there's another lovely aspect, which is about bringing new realities into possibility, into reality. And that comes through a shift in our perspectives based on what's important to us, based on our values, as we move towards our future path. So all of these energies, to me, not only are they grounding in the Taurus sense of connecting to the earth, connecting to ourself, connecting to our calm, but they're so grounding where we connect to what's important to us. It's almost like that, to me, feels like a guiding piece of this new moon, and that carries us forward through any drama that may arise and allowing us to be able to let go of things if they're not aligned with our values. So really potent energy and a beautiful time to set transformative intentions moving forward.
Oh, love that. Thanks, Valanne.
You're welcome.
Okay, so just a reminder for those of you who either haven't been with us for a while, or just as an FYI for those of you who may be new, we are now going to do a journey. And just a reminder also that even though this is recorded for distribution on our YouTube channel, we record without speaker view. So it's just the shared screen view. So all that people are going to see is this image, and all they're going to hear are the voices in the background. So when we take ourselves off of the shared screen, we will have, I'll have shut off the recording, so you can feel free to just do whatever and be whatever is happening during your journey. Nobody's going to see you ever. We won't see you either, because we'll be busy doing our own thing over here. And then as soon as we've been sitting in a journey space, in a journey energy for a couple of minutes, I'm going to take us right into the intention, and I'll speak the intention out loud, and I'll leave the intention screen up for 3 minutes, and we'll sit quietly in the intention space and do the intention together. The intention is written in first person so that you can feel ownership over it for yourself. And please feel free to add or change any aspects of it for yourself, even just if you want to say it out loud to yourself or in your own mind, to strengthen that intention for yourself. And we're all going to sit with that energy before we sign off the recording. And then we can have a little chat amongst ourselves. So let's take a moment to get comfortable. If you want to take a sip of water, now is probably a good time to hydrate. And you're going to wiggle your tail a little bit and wiggle your toes a little bit. Out here in Ontario land, we're still not quite warm enough for bare feet for my taste. So I'm still in socks. But some of you brave ones, I have a friend who refuses to wear socks as of the 1st of March, no matter what the weather. So if you have bare feet, all the better. But no matter what are on your feet, just wiggle your toes and allow yourself to feel the ground beneath you. So reminding yourself that Taurus is all about beauty and nature, grounding, stability, reliability, pragmatism, that really sinking down and being earthy. And so we're going to take a little stroll energetically into a meadow. So just sitting back in your chair or sinking down in your seat, if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, rolling your shoulders back, allowing your heart to be soft, and noticing your breath. Bringing the breath into the body with gentleness, inviting the inhale. And then allowing the exhalation. Soft and gentle. There's no forcing here. We're not doing anything with the breath. We're not trying to make it into anything. You might want to have your eyes closed if that feels good to you. You may want to lie down even if that feels good to you. And just notice the natural cadence of your breath. Allowing the breath to be soft as it enters the nostrils. Allow it to sink down into the belly and feel the diaphragm moving up and moving down. Feel the fullness of the inhalation. Allow the ribs to expand a little bit side to side as you inhale. Feel the sinking sensation of the exhalation. And then allow the prana to ride in again on the next inhale. Noticing how the breath is always there for you. So generous. Our grandmother Earth always providing that next breath. And so together we're going to take a stroll. And very quickly we're going to find ourselves in this beautiful meadow, full of spring violets, early daisies. Can hear the buzzing of the honeybees as they move, and the bumblebees as they move from flower to flower. The purples, the pinks, the mauves, the oranges. A beautiful, peaceful place. And as we walk a little bit further in the meadow, we see a large rock in the distance. That rock can be of whatever size you want, whatever shape you want, whatever color you want. It is a glacial erratic. And so it is a little bit out of place, a little bit alien, a little bit different than its surroundings. Maybe similar to the way that you feel about your surroundings. how you feel a little bit different. And so there is an immediate heart-to-heart connection between you and the rock. And this rock somehow feels as though it's beckoning you to come closer. And so you do. You approach the rock with curiosity, and maybe you just stop and settle nearby, or maybe you go right up to it. Maybe you touch it tentatively with your fingertips and feel how it is smooth in some parts and rough on others. Notice its divots. You see how it is made up of different kinds of things. Some parts are shiny and some parts have color. You notice that it is warm from the sun, and maybe you decide to drape yourself over it. Maybe your entire body lies on it, on your belly, or maybe you decide to lie on your back. And you notice it has a little divot for your head, just perfect place. And you don't feel awkward about it because it feels as though the rock has invited you to do so. It seems welcoming, gentle, calm, patient. It seems to hold all the energies of this Taurus time. It exudes that stability and security. It helps you to remember what it means when we say that a person is our rock. So dependable. And as you cozy up to it and maybe sit up against it or lie on it or sit nearby, whatever your choice is, you start to notice different things about this rock. Dare we say, you notice that it has a personality, its own consciousness. And suddenly you realize what it has seen. And you recognize the history that stretches behind it, on and on and on. Not just tens of years, not just hundreds of years, but thousands, 10,000s of years, perhaps even millennia. And suddenly you look upon that rock with wonder and awe, to recognize the kind of wisdom that it holds. And you're reminded that it is possible in this space of imagining, of visioning, of journeying, it is possible to use our intuition to connect to the consciousness of this rock. And maybe this is something that you often do, talk to rocks. And maybe it is something that you have never done. And maybe it is something you never imagined doing. But no matter, here you are, and here is rock. And rock is very willing to communicate with you. All you need to do is open and allow, soften, and begin to feel yourself as part of the earth, because this is what you are. And remind yourself that your body is made up of the same things that rock is made up of. That the same chemical compounds are within rock as are within you. And so you begin to feel the alignment. And as you open, you feel a sense of sisterhood with rock. You feel how rock's beingness reminds you that your beingness also casts a shadow. That it is in your fullness of being here on the planet that you can truly be yourself. Just as rock is herself. And in this sense of connection and interrelatedness and sameness, you ask permission to ask rock 3 questions. And rock is most pleased to be asked these questions. And the first question we ask is, what is the secret to appreciating the beauty around me? And now you wait and feel what it is that rock has to tell you. As you receive the answer, you may also be receiving the scent of the lilac on the breeze. You may be feeling a little bug crawling on your arm, gently tickling. You may notice a beautiful butterfly. And even in asking this question, you feel your senses sharpening, awakening, enlivening within you. And when you are ready, you ask the next question of rock. You ask, how can I make progress when I feel stuck? And as you feel into the answer that rock is providing for just you, you feel yourself gaining in perspective, stepping back and back and back, and realizing the perspective that rock has of time as compared to you. You realize your smallness in any given moment, but your capacity to be so much bigger. And in taking that perspective, you are able to find that piece of patience within you and perhaps receive the gift of calm. And finally, your third question, you ask rock, what will help me remember my own worth? And once again, as you receive your own personal response from rock, you are reminded of how you are unique and intricately interconnected with the beauty of all things. And from this place of interconnection, we set our intention. My intention is that I consistently feel my innate connection with Grandmother Earth as I rise up to co-create the more beautiful world my heart knows is possible. Beautiful. So before we sign off for this evening from our recording, you may want to take a couple of minutes to make some notes for yourself in your journal, if that's appropriate, or just make a couple of notes for later for putting in your journal, if that's what you like to do. Just a reminder that your resources are always at the back of the slides. And I think that that is it for this evening for our recording. So I'm going to stop our recording, say goodnight to those who are listening to the recording, and then we can stay for a few minutes to have a little chat.